America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. Foot him.
We're losing our democracy!
More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Wake up!
Before we get into that, let's get into this. All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl Friday night live stream. Turn myself down just a wee bit. How you doing there tonight, man?
Doing damn well, man. You know, Friday, bro.
Right.
It's always a good time, and you know, to come home to see some of the clips that we got to see today was, you know, comical.
Right.
So it lightens the mood for sure.
Yep. Fucking
Yourself, man.
just trying to avoid this fucking heat wave, man. Fucking those clouds, they keep pretending like they're actually gonna, maybe bring a little bit of cloud cover, maybe some rain or something. But they always seem to like just form a circle around you,
Yeah, it's an act.
Yeah. I definitely, I'm full Greta Thunberg right now. Dude, fucking, I'm feeling the global warming, bro. Like, how fucking dare you guys, man? With your goddamn gas guzzlers and your Humvees and whatnot. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of, I got a good clip for you for that, man. I just watched a clip of John Kerry speaking in front of Congress. And not only did they tell him he's a grifter, but they also showed statistics released by NOAA showing that it's actually been a cooling trend over the past fucking 10 years. Yeah.
All right. Fucking hey, man. The old fucking there's a big scary fucking climate monster outside and it's coming to get you. You guys better do here. Everybody put your money into here and fucking don't worry. This will help solve it. Now, what are you gonna do with the money? What are you talking about? The fucking money we gave you. Like, oh, don't worry about that. All right, dude. I
don't own a private jet. My wife does.
Right. Fucking every now and then I drive Uber, you guys. So I mean, there's this one time I picked up this a Canadian family. They seem to be a bit conservative. They're very anti-Trudeau, for the most part. And I don't normally talk politics when I'm driving Uber and shit, but usually when someone will bring up something to me, then I'll go with it, But they're talking about the carbon tax. But you know what the carbon tax is? Basically, if you wanna own and drive a vehicle, you have to pay an extra tax to have the privilege to own and drive your vehicle. And it's supposed to be for climate change and all that shit, but they don't ever say what the fuck they do with the money. Like they just take your money. Right. Like it's for climate change. Like, are you guys planting trees or like you guys what are you guys doing with it? We're taking it for climate change. Making it so you have less money to spend, so that way you're not fucking spending it on gas. And like that's what the whole climate grift is. It's fucking basically like, hey, I know how we'll fucking solve climate change. We're gonna starve everybody to death and take all their fucking money. Like,
I know how we can avoid climate change. Control. It's fucking, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hilarity, dude, ensues whenever these fools are pressed. Yep. They're all confident and boisterous when they're speaking in front of their echo chambers, but anytime they're pressed for shit, they become stuttering fools or just condescending douches and still don't come with facts. Like, they'll say, like a John Kerry is a prime example, one I love using all the time. But it's always like, well, I don't have time to go into all the reasons right now, but you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not to say that, like, oh, they're trying to fucking sabotage Mike Pence. He's polling at 1%. They're trying to they're not trying to sabotage Mike Pence. They're just, they're taking a clip out of context and making it go viral and stuff. But anyway, it is the clip where basically Tucker Carlson, he did a whole town hall style meeting for all the GOP presidential candidates.
Political summit.
Ah, okay, right, totally different. Not even related, man. How stupid of me. Right, but anyway, so they do this whole thing. From what I hear, it's 7 hours. I still haven't watched it yet, but I'll probably get around to watching some of it. But there's a lot of good clips floating around right now, and one of them is Mike Pence. He's being interviewed by Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson asks him, he basically gives him the whole rundown of everything going wrong in America right now. How our cities, basically any actual city in America, is filled with fucking homeless people. It looks like a third world country. It looks like an active war zone in most major cities here in America. We have a major border crisis. We have a complete, attack on the nuclear family. We basically everything that could possibly be going wrong in America is going wrong in America right now. And he basically says, like what's this whole concern about, making sure that Ukraine has enough Abrams tanks and whatever the fuck they need and all their armaments and all of our tax dollars and all this and that bullshit. I fucking kind of side quest, but I remember at one point they were even saying that some of our tax dollars are going to make sure that fucking the Ukrainian pension funds are still fucking in play. Like we're paying these motherfuckers pensions, not just fucking sending them ammo and shit. But either way, and basically Mike Pence's response from where they cut the clip off was, "That's not my concern." And so obviously, makes it seem like, well, my concern is Ukraine or whatever. But I recently just found out from the Swine over here that that's actually not necessarily the case, right? So you want to go ahead and let us know what's going on there?
Yeah, selectively edited, man. For clicks, obviously, a Breitbart, everybody bid on that. And he goes on to basically explain, like, what he's worried about is the United States, because he's running as the president of the United States. And the way Tucker worded it, your concern is making sure Ukraine. And then he said, "That's not my concern. I'm running for the United States." You know what I mean? Like,
right. Right.
So, I mean, they really did. And I'm surely not trying to stick up for the guy either. He has absolutely zero chance. I think he's a douche. But one of the better clips, even is he's supposed to be this huge religious nut, right? Can't be in a room alone with a woman without his wife present, yada, yada. He goes, Tucker presses him about, has he brought up the fact that Zelensky and his admin are basically, outlawing Orthodox Christianity there,
yeah,
and restricting all, making all these laws against them and yada yada. And he says, "Well, I brought it up, and I brought it up, and this guy from the Zelensky regime assured me that no one's being persecuted."
Right.
You know what I mean? And Tucker's like, "Are you serious right now? Like, I would have expected a different answer on religious freedom from you as someone that's supposed to be a religious leader here in America. And you are, whether you want to be or not."
Right.
You know what I mean? And he actually got pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I mean, that's basically like, asking the cult members, like, "Oh, well, are you in a cult? Are you in danger right now?" And of course, they're going to say no, And it's also at the same time, with the whole political issue and stuff, it'd be like a foreign, interviewer or something, coming over and, asking an American, like, "Oh, is the Biden White House, weaponizing the DOJ against their political opponents?" Well, I actually heard from the White House press secretary herself that that's actually not what's going on here. So I have it on good faith that that's actually not what's going on. That's the same fucking argument. It's the same fucking thing. But,
yeah. Not only does this person want to keep their job, but they're literally being paid to spin information.
Right.
Like that's their sole reason for being. You know what I mean?
Right, because if there's one thing that we know about, Russia, Ukraine, it doesn't matter. They're both fucking corrupt nations. But if there's one thing that we know about either one of those corrupt nations, it's that if you want somebody that's going to say the right thing to the fucking foreign people or stuff like that, or if you want a investigator removed from a case or something like that, they'll do it for you. They will definitely fucking make sure that they get the right person in there. They'll make sure that, you guys don't like what this person's looking into and stuff. Oh, well, we'll make sure that he resigns, or we'll make sure he's fired. I don't have a reason to fire him, but we'll make sure that type of stuff goes on all the damn time over there in both of these countries. That's why, like I say, it's kind of funny, World War II, fucking, we helped the fucking communists fight off the fucking Nazis, and then now fucking at the start of World War III, it seems that we're helping the fucking Nazis fight off the fucking Russians again. Like it's I don't know, it's a complete fucking flip flop. I don't know, fucking crazy shit we're going on right now. But back to the Pence thing though. What a weird fucking guy, dude, huh? Right.
You see the way, like, he wasn't even like looking at Tucker when he's talking. Like, I didn't even see him look at him until the end when they gave the handshake, and then he made sure to have like a weird prolonged eye contact.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just a weird fucking guy, bro. Yeah. And this was a worse moment than the debates in 2016 when he had the fucking fly on his face. The entire duration, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the dude's polling at fucking 1%, probably even less now that this clip has been going viral. The dude has no fucking chance. Did you see the fucking the Razor Fist rant about fucking? You just put it out a couple hours ago, right? Dude. My favorite part of that was fucking when he's talking about Chris Christie. He's like, the only chance this motherfucker has of getting into the White House is on a fucking forklift. Like,
yeah, he's great, man. He's on fire. Every one of his rants, dude.
Right.
Spot on.
Right. But let's talk a bit about some of the other candidates. Fucking, what's your thoughts on Vivek Ramaswamy, man? I mean,
I think that he says a lot of good shit, man.
Right.
I think he makes a lot of sense. Comes from a place of logic rather than feeling an emotion, and that's one of the biggest issues right now in this country.
Yeah.
But I think because of he's Hindi, and he's like kind of to the right of a majority of the other candidates. I don't think he'll win right now, man.
Right.
Because Trump's considered a fascist, and he's a New York Democrat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it really would, kind of be a good move on the whole GOP front to, like, oh, look, we got a brown man. So, like, well, what the fuck ever, But at the same time, in terms of electability, which is the buzzword when it comes to Trump right now, the dude, doesn't have it, mainly because his, the stuff that he's actually saying isn't getting as widespread as the other candidates. If he was, on every single fucking, TV screen and computer screen and shit around the world, around America right now, I'm pretty sure the dude would be polling astronomically. He's come from being, in almost dead last to basically being in third place now behind fucking Trump and DeSantis. Yeah. Like,
yeah,
out of nowhere, and the dude's not.
He's like fucking tied. He's back and forth with Haley, unfortunately, but
yeah. But Nikki Haley is another person that has no fucking chance. I mean, like I said,
right.
I would vote for. I would definitely fucking vote for Vivek Ramaswamy if fucking elections are even still. Whatever kind of madness has to happen in order for him to be the actual candidate that the GOP puts forth. If it's not Trump, I'm pretty sure all vision of fucking democracy that we had here in America is gone. I mean, actually, I just saw a news article that came out just today. I forget where it's from, but basically they said that a majority of Americans have almost completely lost faith in the idea of, or basically in America actually being a democracy. Like, they don't actually believe America is what we are anymore, And that's
good, because it never was a democracy,
right?
And it's about time that people get that through their fucking skull. But whether they look at it positively or negatively, like, they need to realize it's a republic and there's system in place to protect us from a democracy, and that's the reason Trump won instead of Hillary.
Right. Well, I mean, in terms of laws being made, but as per the people that we choose to represent us to make said laws, that's what they mean by terms of democracy. We get to choose the people that we want to choose. We could vote for a motherfucker from a jail cell. There's no reason whatsoever that the federal government should be able to tell us, the American people, who we can and can't vote for. That is, what they mean by, the end of America's democracy,
Right. But, I agree. But, the people that were feeling the burn know that that's not the case.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Right. I mean, we're really kind of seeing that now too. I mean, a lot of the Democrats are, again, feeling that because fucking, I don't think any fucking buddy on even the left wing side fucking wants to vote for old fucking Joe Biden again, except maybe the fucking Krasensteins, but who the fuck gives a fuck about their fucking opinion, dude? Maybe those fucking like 16-year-old fucking kids on fucking that have been going around fucking lately and shit. I don't remember the fuck their names and shit, like Harry or some shit like that. Yeah, maybe those fucking people.
Little clips of them.
Right. But yeah, nobody of actual importance. Nobody that actually matters. Basically nobody that's not a fucking nationwide fucking laughing stock right now actually believes that they would fucking be comfortable voting for Joe Biden again, right? So then comes a question that actually we got asked just the other day at work of RFK. I mean, obviously, he's the left-wing Democrat candidate, and he is a very popular person with the anti-establishment kind of left wing, or I guess the more kind of libertarian left, I guess, as opposed to the more libertarian right. But again, they fucking he might not even get a chance. There's more than likely not they're not going to give him a chance. They're not going to give him a fucking chance to debate. Joe Biden's not going to fucking give him a chance to run if he has his way with it. But again, I do believe that the Democrats are going to force his ass out. They're going to fucking primary him out anyway. But I don't think that they're going to let RFK be part of that. You know what I mean? In which case he may run third party.
I definitely agree with you. Yeah, and like you were saying, like a lot of the left doesn't even want old Bidens to run again. Even the ones that do, I think, want to see him on a stage with RFK. You know what I mean? Just for it, like the debate wise, but the establishment sure as hell doesn't want JFK up there. And like, even though you're saying he's more like the left libertarian, I almost look at him more as a homogenous, like, or a homegrown, like, populist more so than Bernie, dude. Because Bernie, his movement was more just college kids, lesbians, and the homeless, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And RFK, there's people that you respect, people that actually have minds on the left, like a Jimmy Dore.
Mm-hmm.
They adore the guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, so he's more of a like a leftist populist libertarian candidate, but libertarian to an extent, because like you just mentioned, Work. I mean, the dude is a leftist. He is anti-Second Amendment, regardless of the "it's okay to hunt" bullshit. Restrictions are restrictions, and he's and then he's all about climate changes. There's even a story that was just going viral where he was talking about getting borderline violent with someone, like at a friend's house at a get together, over climate change fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely not a guy I would want to vote for myself.
Right. And then a lot of the information like that, like, like about how he is on climate change, about, how he is on Second Amendment rights and stuff like that. That's stuff that you wouldn't know unless you actually did your research on the guy. Because basically his whole thing that he's talking about right now is basically getting rid of the corrupt three-letter agencies in the government right now. He's on the drain the swamp tour, basically, just like everybody else on the right is. So in which case, why isn't he just running as a conservative, right? Well, that's because he's not conservative. He's a leftist, right? That's why he's not talking about any of his policy ideas. That's why he's not talking about any issues. The only thing he's talking about is, holding Big Pharma accountable. Like, again, stuff that, we on the right and we on the libertarian side could really, get on board with. He's talking about, taking down Big Pharma and, holding them accountable for the vaccine injuries and things like that. And then he's also talking about getting rid of a lot of the weaponized, politicized, bureaucracy, these people that are running the country and nobody ever fucking elected them. Right? Granted, I don't think he plans to get rid of the fucking ATF. I could tell you that. I know that he fucking probably loves that fucking three-letter agency. That's for damn sure, But again,
and the EPA.
Right. The EPA, they're all getting a fucking boost in their fucking revenues. But again, he's only talking about these issues selectively, because he knows that as soon as he starts talking about, like, well, maybe we should limit, the capacity of magazines, on a federal level and stuff like that, everybody's going to shut him out instantly, stuff like that. That's why he's only talking about, well, we need to get rid of these corrupt people and we need to, get rid of these three-letter. He's basically trying to revive the candidacy of, his uncle, That's basically his whole thing right now, which is why he's really popular. Again, I'd like to see him debate fucking Joe Biden, or fucking, I'd just like to see him debate the entire fucking, whoever the fucking Democrats happen to throw on stage with them. I would love to see him debate anybody on the left wing, but again, I don't think they're going to let him get that much fucking, playtime, because then he's going to start. Basically, the whole left wing thing right now is big government, and they're not going to allow somebody on their own ranks to start trying to limit their power.
They try to destroy them, just like they did with Tulsi, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people from their own party, you differ. It's diversity of everything but thought. We've mentioned that a lot of times, man. You know what I mean? But at the same time, on a comical note, while it's a terrible condition and you feel for the guy, do you really want to listen to him debate his fucking voice at
Right.
times it'd drive you insane, bro.
Right.
Even though what he's saying you're feeling 100%, you're like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Use a
Right.
voiceover or something, man. Dub this shit.
Like listening to somebody with one of those fucking like smokers boxes, like, let me tell you about back in the war. Like, it's bad, man. Like it's rough to get through, and I could not imagine wanting to watch any sort of State of the Union address or anything like that with this guy on stage. That's actually a good call. I'm gonna go ahead and get my dabs ready. But yeah, anything you wanna go ahead and rant on or fucking opine on over the candidates of 2024?
Yeah, I mean, Tucker was busy ruining careers tonight. I thought Tim Scott looked especially milquetoast. You know what I'm saying? His questions were, or his answers rather, sidestep questions rather than answered most of them. Like Tucker was pressing him on cluster munitions, and he just kept saying, "Well, I wouldn't have to worry about that because Biden already committed to it." Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he refused to answer the shit. Milquetoast fuck. Again, I actually held the dude in pretty high esteem until I watched the clips from Tucker tonight. You know, he's Black Pence. And then Nikki Haley, like you were just saying earlier, another person that has no chance. Absolutely afraid to have any type of principles or beliefs of her own. You know, when asked who she thought blew up the pipelines, you know, well, who do you think? Well, I mean, I you know what I mean? Like she, you know, did not want to answer that at all and didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In any way, shape, or form. I think that, like you were mentioning again, electability. Razor's rant, man, when he brought it up, and he said it's funny that people keep putting this label of unelectability. The man has already been president,
right,
and has won twice, depending on your view of 2020. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, he's crushing everyone in polls. And again, you hate to keep stealing from the man, but the gold is gold. And how he said when he turns on that orange charm, he could sell an Apple Watch to fucking Flavor Flav.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's facts, man.
Yeah, and I surely don't
Cheers,
want
boys.
to be, some lunatic Trump is God King, but at the same time, dude, he's got a lot more appeal and charisma than the rest of the Republican candidates fucking combined.
That's true, man. He's our golden boy, man. Has been fucking since back in the day, since people were writing songs about fucking how rich the motherfucker is. The dude embodies the American spirit, I believe. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to get on the whole fucking Trump is God, type fucking, bit right now, but compared to everybody else that we have in America right now, like I say, even people that, like just aren't running, like I say, I don't see anybody else in America that embodies the spirit of America more than Donald Trump. I mean, maybe like, Ron DeSantis with his wholesome, family, his wife and, 2 kids, or I don't know, however many fucking kids he has. But, then his fucking just American dad fucking looking shit. Maybe he might embody the look of the American family, but he does not embody the fucking spirit of the American, like Trump does. He's fucking boring as fuck.
In the sky.
Right, dude. He's fucking boring as fuck, dude. He's fucking basically everything that Republicans have been for the last fucking 30, 40 fucking years, and that's basically what we're trying to get rid of,
That's why the establishment's pushing him, man. You know what I mean? Because like you were saying, like Trump was the man back in the day, but he couldn't win in the 90s and shit because it was those milquetoast establishment candidates that were winning elections.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Your fucking George Bushes in them. Like they thought Clinton was one fucking cool cat because he could play the saxophone. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm sure that in high school playing that saxophone wasn't that cool, bro.
Right.
Especially in old Arkansas.
Especially when he was that fucking nerdy ass kid with his fucking suspenders up to right here, lugging his big old fucking band case around and shit. Yeah, that dude was not the fucking cool kid in school, you guys. I can't say much, dude. I'll be honest, I was in band. Yep, I was in band. I played the drums though, so I was cool, right? I mean that's different. That's not even band. You know, that's fucking hitting shit with sticks. Like,
See, I
uh,
was in band too, but it was like junior, like fifth and sixth grade, so it wasn't shit. You know what I mean?
yep, yep, yeah. Fucking So speaking of golden boys, I guess it's not a really good segue, but the BRICS fucking gold standard, man. So do you think what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that's actually true? Because I mean, like I say, it means fucking hard times for America because the rest of the world is going to leave us out in the cold. Like that's just the way it is, and you can't fucking blame them for it. Like when it comes to economics and basically America being, the U.S. dollar being the world reserve currency, and basically the United States Federal Reserve having the only fucking access to print out money at a whim's notice. Well, basically the Congress and shit, being able to fucking approve endless fucking spending bills and shit, which basically makes the value of that same fucking dollar value less. Basically America has proven that we cannot be fucking trusted when it comes to holding the world reserve currency. So basically the idea of the BRICS nations is basically it's going to be a coalition of fucking nations basically coming together, and their trade currency is going to be backed by gold. All right, so again, I don't know the full details about it, and I don't have any sort of degree in economics or anything like that. I really just kind of know, what I know from reading these guys back here, But it sounds to me like getting back to sound money, and it's not being centralized with one nation. It's being, split up all over I mean, shit, dude. In my opinion, dude, I think we should be trying to fucking get on board with the damn BRICS nations as soon as possible. But obviously, that's never going to happen because we are the enemy. We are BRICS doesn't exist without us. You can't have good without bad. You can't have fucking the devil. You can't have God without the devil. Like there, there'd be no reason to fucking jump on board with fucking BRICS and shit with America out of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's actually the way I think it's supposed to work is like each country's still going to have their own currency, but they have to have so much gold in reserve. Like you were saying, getting back to like our original system, right?
Yeah.
And so then there'll be a common currency that basically your shit will, there'll be a transfer rate. You know what I'm saying? And then that's worth in gold. So a lot of that depends on what countries hold as far as gold reserves go. I mean, there's a lot of countries that won't want to trade in that, and there's a lot of countries that won't be able to trade in that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And as far as we're concerned, obviously, yeah, that's bad news for us. It could definitely shut the dollar down overnight. But our gold reserves got to be fucking somewhere. And you've seen the photos, I'm sure yourself, of our soldiers sitting on tanker loads of gold bullion and shit that we, just happened to remove from Saddam's fucking palaces or whatnot. And,
Yep.
I mean, again, we took our cut, bro. And then we know about holding other countries' reserves and not returning it. I mean, we have all this gold somewhere, whether it's in Fort Knox or in New York Reserve, it's,
Right.
it's somewhere. So I think if it came down to it and it came to that, we could purchase a whole bunch overnight. But is our government fucking into that? Are they going to do the right thing? Or are they just going to let us fucking crash and burn, which is probably the thing that they'll actually do.
I was just about to say, is that a rhetorical question? You know what the fucking answer is. World War III, buddies. Yeah, get ready for it.
Kick, or kick the can down the road, which is they're also famous for. I mean, they do that every Tuesday.
Yep. But then again, we know what our government does too whenever a nation tries to make a currency that is supposed to rival the US dollar, right? I mean, we do it.
We came, we saw, he died.
Right. We're not, like I said, we're not gonna fucking just, oh well, we'll see if we could keep up. Like, no, dude, our government is corrupt as fuck, dude. We're gonna go and we're gonna fucking kick some doors in. We're gonna kill some motherfucking people. We're going to fucking, really, dude. What kind of fucked us? Like, why a lot of nations are jumping ship right now and actually trying to get on board with the BRICS nations? Because it's fucking BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, doesn't mean that those are the only nations in BRICS right now. They're just the only ones that happen to fit in the name. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's actually a lot of fucking nations jumping on the BRICS fucking train right now, and yeah, for shit, I forgot where I was going with that. That dab just kind of really hit me, but
I couldn't find like the only official lists I could find only listed the five, and like the S was actually added in 2010, and
yeah,
the terminology came from fucking a World Bank fucking agent that coined the term as meaning in upcoming economies that will rule the world by 2050.
hmm, that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, I do remember where I was going with her though, but where I think where America really fucked up was with the sanctions that we imposed on Russia, right? Because fucking they were purely economic sanctions, right? Basically, well, we'll just say that fucking people can't trade with you. Well, what are you gonna do? You have to trade in United States dollars if you'd like to trade your oil, and we're gonna tell you know, basically, we economically fucking sanctioned them, and just because we did it to Russia doesn't mean that that didn't scare the rest of the fucking country. It didn't scare the rest of the fucking world. You know, basically they saw what we are willing to do to manipulate fucking currency, to basically, you know, to manipulate fucking trade, manipulate currency, fucking manipulate anything that basically people have put their trust in the United States to be, you know, good with. They've seen that basically we're willing to just fucking throw that all away, just you know, for fucking sanctions and shit like that. You know, just to fucking, you know, keep people in place, just to fucking, you know, wield our fucking big stick around the world and shit. You know, and that's basically why I think a lot of nations are you know, turning toward BRICS right now, because I think a lot of them are trying to get towards sound money as opposed to basically, oh well, let's just, you know, how about the entire fucking world economy will rest off of the debt of America? Like, I don't know, fucking. That's what I think's going on.
If you think about it that way, though, it's almost like the rest of the world will want to get sanctions because the ruble actually increased in value after the sanctions,
Right.
and they actually traded their oil through third parties at an upmark and fucking made way more per barrel than they would have selling it just straight off to Germany. So they actually made out like fucking bandits, bro. You
Right.
know what I mean?
I think where we
But
fuck up.
yeah, I see what you're. What up?
Go ahead.
I see what you're saying though, for sure, about, you know, scaring like trade partners and whatnot. You know, because obviously everybody's known for a long time that we're shady, but we had so much control because of the value of the dollar that people didn't want to say shit. Now with the shrinkage of the dollar and the out in the open fucking corruption, they're like, fuck, man, let's do something else.
Yeah.
And they're watching, and not to mention they're watching Rome burn.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It almost is kind of like Revelations, you know, like the fucking Scarlet Woman is fucking burning and all that type fucking shit. Like, yeah, that's us, dude. We're fucking crashing and burning, and the rest of the world is fucking looking at us like, oh shit, bro, fuck, dude, look at them over there in America. Like, fuck, dude. So glad that we're not them right now. Remember how we all used to fucking wish that we were America? Like, yeah, definitely glad that we're not fucking America right now. Like, it's pretty trippy to see that type of shit. Like, you know, when you like think about it metaphorically and shit, dude, like, fuck, bro.
Instead of Nero playing the violin as Rome burns, it's fucking Biden's falling down and sniffing kids and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see?
Either way, it's fucking put on a show.
Did you see the latest fucking Biden creeping out on kids video?
Yeah, in Sweden.
Yeah, over there fucking.
Yeah,
Did you see the look
no,
on that?
it's Lithuania, right?
I don't know. I just saw the clip. I didn't really get any of the context to it. But dude, did you see the fucking look on that kid's face? Dude, that kid,
Horrified.
Kids have a fucking sense, dude. Like, you know, kids can tell. Like, fucking kids, you know, that's why you know, a fucking shitty person picks up a kid and that kid instantly knows, like, you know, like, dude, that look on that kid's face when fucking Joe Biden was like, had his face right up on her and shit, dude, she was fucking terrified. Like, she was like, please get this fucking creepy old man away from me. Like, she was fucking horrified, dude. Like, she knew what the fuck that creepy old fucking liver spotted child touching motherfucker is all about. Like, that girl's got a good head on her.
Every time I see him lean into a child like that, I just picture in my head, God is in his holy tent.
Right. That's fucking him, bro. Oh shit, man. Fucking. Well,
dude, personal shit, dude. I'm still gonna throw it out there. Dude. 7 days tobacco free today, bro. Fuck.
Fuck yeah,
Thank
dude.
God for a burner. I would lose my mind already, but yeah, man.
Right. I mean I don't know, that's something that's been up for debate for, I don't know, I remember it was like a few years ago with the whole fucking vapes versus fucking the actual tobacco industry, and it's like, okay, yo, who am I gonna fucking trust? You know, the thing that actually got me to fucking quit smoking cigarettes, or the fucking big tobacco. Like,
Right.
I don't know, dude. Like I said, fuck it. If I die from like fucking popcorn lung or something like that, then shit, it's either that or fucking, you know, the cancer. Either way, not trying to say that either one is good for you, you know, but if you are trying to fucking get off of the old cigarettes, the old fucking tar bars and that shit, get on the vape for a little while. You could fucking step your nicotine down, you know, you could fucking get to the point where you don't even actually need it anymore. You know, that's like, I don't know. Obviously, you know, fucking big tobacco's probably the last fucking people that you want to trust when it comes to fucking, you know, health studies and shit like that. So yeah, you know, but if it fucking works for you, do it. But either way, focus on your health, people. But hell yeah, bro. Congratulations, man.
Oh yeah, thanks, Doc. But the weeds, man, that's a
Right.
different story, bro.
Right. How long's it been since you've done some cocaine in DC, man? Since you've been snorting fucking, I know you're fucking snorting powder at that fucking White House fucking party, that White House 4th of July party, man. Did you drop your shit or
Definitely
what?
not at DC, but you know.
Right. Right, yeah, you would never fucking catch me within 100 miles of fucking DC. I don't know, maybe, but
Unless you were going into the Capitol.
Right.
We gotta go in.
right, going into the Capitol, dude. I don't know, man. Fucking, there's obviously Ray Epps is back in the news again. You know, fucking
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what's going on with that guy. Obviously, dude, that guy is fed. You know, there's no, the fact that fucking mainstream media is defending him, and the fact that, you know, the Democrats, the whole J6 committee didn't want to have shit to do with him. They fucking didn't they interview him like one time, and they fucking didn't they suppress that interview as well? 'Cause I know I've never seen that interview.
and he was number 16 on the FBI's most wanted list, and then he just fell off overnight. But supposedly he's being charged.
Yeah.
Like in this lawsuit against Fox News, buried in the very bottom was basically his attorney saying that Fox News and Tucker Carlson politically pressured the DOJ into fucking charging him. And so that's part of the lawsuit, man.
Yep. So let's be clear, this does not change anything. The dude's still a fucking fed. You know, the dude still glows in the dark, and you can see him from space. You know, like you said, the dude was number 16 on the FBI's most wanted list, you know, right after January 6th, and then they all of a sudden took him off. We've all seen the videos over and over again of him, you know, we need to go into the Capitol, and then, you know, he fucking, you know, goes and whispers into the dude's ear, you know, and then next thing you know, they're charging the gates and shit. You know, obviously the dude had a lot to do with the instigation of this. He even has text messages basically where he says, you know, I was one of the ones that instigated, you know, I was, you know, whatever the fuck he said. Yeah, but either way, like, there's so much fucking evidence against this guy, and the fact that they dragged their feet for so long to even charge this guy, the fact that the mainstream media was trying to cover up for him for so fucking long, like, they even did a fucking like 60 minutes interview with the guy, and it was just straight up puff piece. You know, they cut out a lot of it. It was heavily edited, and dude, just, yeah, the fact that they're charging him now, they're doing it because they have to. They're doing it because they have to put on a show. You know,
Yeah.
that's all that's going on here.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
fucking-
man. And just recently, when they had Christopher Wray in front of Congress, and they were questioning him on the weaponization of you know, the FBI there, they mentioned the shit, and of course, you know, he's trying to, you know, sidestep, avoid, whatever, and they actually played a clip for him from the January 6th footage where it shows Ray Epps is in the initial crowd, the first crowd that rushed and got inside of the Capitol. He was right there at the head of the
Yep.
gang, dude.
yeah, actually seeing that
Yeah.
one too. Yeah, it's fucking, yeah, dude, that guy fucking, obviously the whole fucking DOJ is completely fucking corrupt. Like, I mean, with the whole fucking Hunter Biden sweetheart deal and all that shit, like, there's obviously multi-tiered fucking justice going on here in America right now. It's not even just two-tiered, you know, the fucking rich and the poor people, the people that can afford it and the people that can't afford it. Our justice system has become completely politicized, you know. Not all of it, you know, like I said, the only thing that's really kind of holding America afloat still right now is our Supreme Court, you know. That
Supremesies.
only thing that's fucking keeping us alive right now. Fucking thank you, Trump. for fucking stacking the fuck out of that court, dude. Like, only fucking
Stop saying that.
Right.
Don't ever say that.
Right. Right. But yeah. Either way, fucking the Supreme Court's the only fucking thing keeping us afloat. But the rest of the fucking courts are corrupt as fuck. Dude, like all these fucking courts that are actually over here indicting Trump, fucking Alvin Bragg, dude, fucking just everything going on with the our court system right now is completely fucking corrupt, and it's completely fucking politicized, and it's beyond apparent. Like it's really, like I say, it's the people fucking the ship is sinking. The people are playing the violins right now, and there's that quote from fucking Friedrich Nietzsche. It's fucking those who were seen dancing were thought to be mad by those who couldn't hear the music. Dude, we fucking hear the music right now, and that's why they're painting us out to be conspiracy theorists, dude. Like, right? That's fucking we're fucked.
Yeah, we are, man. I mean, you'd like to think it can be saved, but there's definitely no Superman, including Trumpsicles. And who knows where we're going to be at in 2 years' time? Some shit does seem to be rebounding a bit. Obviously, they're claiming inflation's lower, but they're claiming a month-to-month stat rather than it's an actual annual stat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard to see that any one person could come into office and change it all or fix it all. The best we can expect at this point is some unweaving of the web, but just a whole lot of fucking vengeance firing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just come in and go ham, dude.
But like they say, man, you can't legislate a better world. You can only fucking create better people to inherit that. And that's what my fucking, white pill silver lining is, dude. It's fucking the Utes, bro. The fucking Utes are out there wrecking shit right now, dude. You see fucking Mike Pence get fucking pegged in the back of the head with a fucking water balloon by a fucking 12-year-old little girl. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. The Utes right now, dude, they're out there fucking, they're paying attention, man. They're going through the fucking rough times with us. They're fucking seeing their mom and dad fucking struggle right now, and they're asking questions, and they're fucking getting answers, And
speaking on that right there, there's already a petition that I saw that's going around on the Twitters, dude, that's trying to get the MLB to give this little girl the Cy Young Award for that throw.
Right, dude, fucking clean, bro. Just
yeah. And her face when she turns
Right.
around after doing it, dude, hilarious, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, man, good shit, dude. That's what I say. Like, there's hope, man. Whatever you try to fucking cram down kids' throats, they're gonna fucking throw it back up, dude, right away, dude. And that's what we're seeing going on with the whole fucking woke ideology and shit right now. That's what we're seeing going on with fucking CRT, with all this fucking left-wing ideology right now. We're basically seeing it fucking being force-fed down the children's throat, and they're fucking it's crashing and burning, dude. They're over here making fun of fucking teachers and shit. They're over here debating fucking teachers on gender ideology and shit like that in the classroom, dude. And fucking the teachers are fucking trying to just have them removed from the class. They can't even fucking debate high school kids. Like, they can't even defend their fucking ideology, or all they could really say is fucking, oh well, that's what the official fucking the experts are saying. That's what the fucking the paid fucking government doctors are saying. That's what fucking these studies have shown, or what the fuck ever. That's basically what the state says is approved fucking narrative and shit right now. And that's the only fucking argument they got, is basically that's what the fucking news told me, so that must be true. So stop asking questions, dude. And
then you see that media, they melt down over these kids like, these are the children of white supremacies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then even with the doctors and the scientists claims, so they're like 97% of climate scientists or what have you, they agree. It's 97% of the scientists that are on the fucking payroll, because there's a plethora of scientists that want to debate or have their channels removed. Malone, the list, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then right now there's a lawsuit being filed that has hundreds of doctors and thousands of scientists that are basically going against the government with hydrochloroquine. I mean, all of it, dude.
Yeah.
And yeah. And these people, I mean, it's same thing, bro. People are getting sick of it. They're trying to shake off the yoke. And people are realizing, dude, you got to come together with fucking numbers. Like, we are the fucking masters, bro. This tiny little group of lizard overlords is exactly that.
Yep. They have no power other than what we fucking grant them. And like we need to fucking come to the point where we're starting to realize that, like I say, dude, fucking the world tends to work out for the good. The good tends to, like when it comes to the battle of good and evil and fucking, the right and wrong and all that shit, good is going to win every time. That's just the way that it is. Fucking life will find a way.
And it's a matter of how much fucking suffrage has to go on beforehand.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Fucking, I don't know, like they say, fucking hard times create fucking strong men, man. And fucking the youths, they're growing up strong, bro. But I don't you think it's kind of funny though that every time, like you said, these kids do something, against, they're fucking being far right kids and shit now, every time they do that, they always come out with they're being groomed into this, or fucking they were taught this or something like that. They always go with the like, oh, they didn't just figure this out. They, a parent, has been, teaching this ideology to them, or a parent has been indoctrinating them with this type of shit. But then again, they'll also turn around and say, no, you can't indoctrinate children and shit like that. That's definitely not what's going on. It's like, yeah. Fucking grooming does work, and it works in either direction. You could fucking groom kids into fucking freedom. And I think that's basically what is wrong with, the whole fucking schooling system, is we have been groomed subtly and slowly away from, like, dude, I didn't know shit about fucking politics when I got out of fucking high school. I didn't know fucking shit about how the fucking government works when I got out of high school and shit. Like, I didn't know, I mean, and it's not so much the schooling system, but also the culture and shit. Basically we've grown decadent, and basically we don't, society fucking. I remember growing up and shit, fucking, the idea of talking about politics and shit was fucking, stupid. Like, that's old people shit. The fuck be talking about politics for? Like that type of shit. Like it was never a thing. Growing up. And I think that's basically what is kind of gone wrong with, societies. Basically, we haven't been paying attention. Hard time to fucking create strong men, and basically how we grow stronger, at least in this fucking sense, is by growing smarter.
And chiseling it, sharpening your fucking, your character, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you said, there is hope, man. So, I mean, apparently the younger generation is the more conservative one. You know what I mean? That we've seen in quite some time, and I'm excited for it as well. I know I got kids, and my son 19, and he's probably more right than I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking we were talking about the Andrew Tate fucking the Andrew Tate and Tucker Carlson fucking interview. Fucking dude, that one was pretty damn good one, man. I do gotta say. I mean, Andrew Tate is a cocky motherfucker, but at the same time, a lot of the shit that he does say is, correct. It's the type of shit that I would say to my son. The only problem with Andrew Tate is he fucking says it in a condescending way, like if, everyone is his son, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he comes off as fucking, arrogant and shit. But that's his style. I guess fucking that's what a man's really got to be every now and then, but fucking yeah, I forgot where I was going with this, but dude, it's really an awesome fucking interview. You guys really gotta check it out, man. Yeah, he talks about a lot of like philosophy that I've kind of been getting into a bit lately. I don't know if he really goes in directly to it, but he talks about like how you have to basically like kind of sharpen yourself. You have like, if you're like, you are a tool, like, and you have to fucking make yourself fucking sharp. You have to fucking learn something new every day. You have to fucking practice, and you have to master yourself and shit. And it's actually a lot. It's very similar to the philosophy of Ouspensky that I've been reading lately, and where he talks about fucking man is a machine, just we don't realize we're a machine. And he's basically talking about how nature has created the most perfect fucking specimen, the most fucking perfect machine. Basically, when it comes to fucking getting things done on Earth, what's the most efficient fucking thing on Earth that can get shit done? It's us. So essentially, basically trying to say that we are basically a machine. We were created. We weren't fucking like I get it also kind of goes into orthogenesis and shit, where basically it's we were, but evolution wasn't random. Basically, evolution has been guided into an intelligent fucking design, basically, and we are fucking essentially it's the idea that we are God's creation. You know, God is basically the motion and all that shit of the universe. But basically,
It sounds a lot like some Sumerian stuff, really, bro. I mean,
yeah. Well,
go ahead. I'll let you finish real fast first.
he did study a lot of Eastern philosophy. That's really where he got a lot of his stuff from. He kind of melded them, Eastern and Western philosophy together and stuff. But so he talks about man being a machine and shit, and basically that we're just the most complex machine that has ever existed. The only thing is that we're not aware of the fact that we're a machine, so we're basically just a machine that goes to waste. But once we become aware of the fact that we are a machine, then we can learn to fucking understand how the machine works. We can learn all the intricate workings of the machine. We can understand what makes the machine work better. We could understand what hinders the machine. We could understand, how to, add new adaptations to the machine. We could learn how to make, we could learn what the machine's purpose is. We could learn how to repurpose the machine. We could learn, how to give the machine, multiple fucking intelligent fucking, tools that it could use to fucking reach out and accomplish new things and shit. Basically, it's the idea that we are a machine and we need to constantly be aware of the fact that we're a machine and self-improve in order to basically become the most perfect fucking human beings that we can. It's almost kind of like the Russian idea of the fucking Ubermensch.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
crazy
man.
shit.
Like I said, it is. It sounds pretty deep, man. And like I said, it's pretty similar to Sumerian beliefs, except for the little more detail as far as they mention who guided it. You know what I mean? Creation and evolution. But they go into detail though. I mean, obviously they have DNA strands carved into stone. The tree of life. I mean, you could see the detail in that where there's DNA strands and whatnot. And they literally talk about basically gene splicing, and it was like to make machines, to make beings that are capable of almost everything that the creator is, but not enough to replace the creator. You know what I mean? Like it's equally as deep, but just obviously a slightly different scape.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty crazy to really just kind of bounce around to different philosophies and especially when it comes to like religious philosophies and stuff like that, especially ancient religious philosophies and stuff. It's really kind of just crazy to see how they've grown and evolved and basically become what they are today. And it's really kind of crazy too, seeing what philosophy is becoming today. Especially with the whole the science versus religion and shit. It's kind of crazy when you really think about the whole battle between science and religion. It's almost like the whole purpose of science is to disprove religion, and then the entire purpose of religion is to add reason to what we don't know in science, or basically to add reason to the science, to give a why to why things exist, and it's almost like the yin and yang. Like they can't exist without each other, and they're basically just constantly improving each other because they're constantly at odds with each other.
That's that's kind of like the philosophy of the will. It's where the will and the physical being are two. You're one, but you're two different beings at the same time. And like the will want things that the physical body doesn't, or the physical body needs when the will doesn't. And to be able to make the two live in balance like that is where you get like kind of like an Andrew Tate, but without the fucking persona and the scamming of retards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really.
The most Googled man on the internet, bro.
Yeah. I mean, a roughneck, obviously succeeding in life, billionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Holds down as far as like a family life is concerned, takes his personal beliefs, seriously, whether that be religious or what have you. That right there to me is what it is. It's just like I said, supposedly his means of getting there could be pretty fucked up. I don't know if we want to get into all that jazz.
Yeah.
Like,
and he did talk a bit about his time in incarceration and shit. It's something I could kind of relate to and shit. He talked about that weird like kind of brotherhood that men in bad situations tend to have, you know, almost similar to, you know, men in war and stuff like that, you know, how the brotherhood bond kind of becomes closer in those
Right.
hard times and shit. And he's talking about how, you know, him and his brother being, you know, locked up in the same area, basically kind of, you know, grew that bond. He said, you know, the entire time that he was locked up, you know, no, he wasn't feeling bad. Like, you know, he said that he had times, you know, when he would think about shit, and, you know, he would just think about how bad things are, and, you know, he would, you know, feel bad to himself, but he never lost hope and shit like that. And, you know, he said that he was always like generally in a good mood. And like it's kind of a weird thing, you know, in prison and shit. Like I say, I always say fucking, I think 1 month in jail is a lot harder than fucking 2 years in prison. That's, you know,
Really?
oh yeah, because fucking after the first like 2 months, it you know, okay, this is where I am. This is what reality is. You know, you accept it. You know, it is what it is. You know, but for those first couple of, you know, months, or, you know, usually fucking first couple of weeks and shit, it depends how many times you've gone and stuff. But those first that first couple of months and stuff, you're freaking out. You're constantly thinking about your life outside and shit. And it's not really until you actually, you know, just accept that, you know, this is where I'm at right now, and then you start making friends and you start having conversations with other people, and you start, you know, getting into playing cards, and you start getting into working out, and you know, getting into reading books and shit, and, you know, that's when it becomes, you know, smooth sailing and shit. You know, that's when
Right.
it becomes easy. Next thing you know, fucking months just start flying by, and, you know, next thing you know, you're getting out. I do got to say, the last fucking 2 weeks, maybe the last month, is probably the hardest out of all of them, because that entire fucking month you ain't sleeping. You're fucking just like, oh shit, dude. Like, you counting the days and shit. Like, you try not to, but you can't help it. You know?
Yeah, I bet, man. Like I said, I've obviously only done some county time, and it was definitely a countdown the entire time. It was like
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, keep track of every hour and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, yeah,
Like I said,
definitely not an experience I ever want to go through again.
you kind of come to a point of traumatic endurance. You know, when you're just like, fuck, this is what it is. You know, I'm gonna wake up and see these
Yeah, but
fucking bricks in front of my face every day from, you know, from for a while. You know.
right. Yeah, I was listening to Andrew Tate on Valuetainment though, like before the Tucker interview,
Mhm.
and speaking pretty in depth, dude, about his stay in prison there, and he's basically saying his brother's what got him through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That without having that guy right there next to him, that he would have been freaking it. Even like how you were saying the last moments in there, or the most tense or the worst.
Yeah.
He was saying, he was saying something similar, like when he knew he was about to get out, he's basically biting his nails and pacing and all that shit. And, he said his brother just slept,
Yeah.
waking up like, is it time yet? No, he
Right.
goes back to sleep and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, there's people that do that, dude, especially like people that have been in there multiple times and shit, dude. Like, they ain't anxious for nothing. Like, I ain't going nowhere fucking fast. Like, fuck it, go back to bed. You know, yeah, there's people like that in there. You know, fucking, I don't know, dude. The one thing that I think probably fucking kept me, you know, out of fucking going back to prison is one thing that one of my homies said before, like 2 weeks before I got out. You know, he was like one of the dudes that I used to work out with every day. You know, fucking, he's been in and out, you know, most of his life and shit. You know, he's a good dude. You know, but he's just, you know, bad guy, I guess, out here. You know, he makes his living the way he makes his living and shit. You know, and is one of the, you know, one of the things he said to me fucking right before I fucking got out. It's like 2 weeks before I got out, and he just, you know, we were hanging out, you know, one day, and he just asked me, he's like, I can see you about to get out soon, man. Like, so what'd you think about it? And I was like, to be honest, dude, it wasn't bad, man. Like, you know, it was all right. You know, I had a good time. Like, fucking, I worked out every day. You know, I fucking read books. You know, I fucking hung out with friends all day long. You know, like, it wasn't bad. You know, and he's like, you'll be back. And then fucking that stuck with me. I was like, that's actually bad. That's actually a bad thing, dude. Like I should not have been comfortable there. You know, and that's
Right.
it wasn't only until that point. You know, wasn't until that point that I actually stopped and actually reflect on the reality of like, fuck, dude, like, I'm in fucking prison right now. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, yeah, I ain't coming back here, you know? And that's really what kind of, you know, stuck with me and shit, was just the, you know, how comfortable I became in there. And that's actually kind of funny when I think about all these fucking Antifa tards getting fucking locked up and shit, and just thinking that that's what prison, prison is just fucking hanging out and relaxing and shit. Like, it's not. Like, the reason I got along in prison so well is because of the type of man that I am. The fact that I actually like getting up and going and exercising every day. I like fucking working in the fucking kitchen. I like fucking, hanging out with friends. I like fucking playing cards. I like fucking doing tattoos. I like, I I get along really well in there because a lot of those people are just like me. They're fucking strong-willed, fucking independent type people. They don't fucking need nothing from nobody. They want everybody to go fuck themselves. And that's why I fucking got along so well in there. A lot of these people that think that they're just gonna go in there and fucking just lay in their fucking bunk all day, like, you're in for a rude awakening. They're gonna fucking get your ass up, and you will go fucking work out. Like, you will fucking, like, make your bed every day. You will fucking go take a shower every motherfucking day. Like, you will fucking do all this shit. Otherwise, you're gonna get the shit beat out of you. Like, those are the type of motherfuckers that get their ass beat in prison, dude. Like, those are the type of people that you see, on movies, fucking, getting fucking the shit kicked out of them on a daily basis, or fucking getting extorted and fucking having to write home to their fucking family to send them money and shit. Like, those are the type of people that do not fucking get along in prison. Like I say, they think it's all smooth sailing and you just gotta fucking follow the fucking the prison guidelines and shit like that, and you'll get along just fine. Like, nope, there's a whole nother fucking set of rules in there. They are much more strict than any fucking rules out here. They're fucking practically third world fucking nation rules. Like, it's bad. Like, it's rough, man. But yeah,
That's fucked, man.
yeah. But anyway, man.
Some politics.
Yeah, dude. Fucking don't get into them. It's all just, dude, like, it's, the idea of kleptocracy and shit, basically the fucking, or fucking even like Khanism, like Genghis Khanism and shit, just fucking the most brutal fucking person fucking, gets the spoils and shit like that. The most brutal person runs things and shit. Basically, that he gets to fucking, tell everybody else, how they're able to conduct business and all that type of shit, and he gets a fucking cut out of everything. That's what prison politics is. Basically fucking yards are
good times.
Right, they're run by fucking individuals, and they got to pay fucking tax to other individuals and all that type of shit. It's dumb shit. It's dumb shit run by dumb people. It's all fucking just, yeah, terrible.
What's the new shirt, dude?
Fucking proud member of the LGBTFJB community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yep, that was dope.
You got anything you want to add before we get out of here, man? Been going about an hour now.
I think we covered it, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. It was a damn good show, bro.
Hell yeah, real good, man. It flowed well, and we covered some good topics, bro. Appreciate having me on, and everybody come check out my shit. I'm on just about every platform there is at Old Liberty Swine.
Yep. Shit, we actually may have Jeff on next week, actually. I hit him up, actually.
Oh, yeah, good deal.
I told him to fucking hop on with us. He said, he'll probably hop on next week, so make sure you get on him.
We'll see what the other side of the argument of fiscal responsibility looks like.
Right. No, not John. Jeff.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Alrighty, well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys are not already subscribed to this man's channel or this channel right here, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. Links will be in the description below. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Anything you want to add before we go, man?
Not a damn thing. Smell you later, man.
Hell yeah. Like, subscribe, share. Fuck off.